think they might think I'm going to hot up the revolution. You know, I want to cool it down.
That's why we're doing this. We thought it's very urgent, and every one of us are in it.
If we make people laugh, that's enough. Happiness is a good vibe for peace. But they could, I'm saying, grow your hair for peace. Or cut it off. Have some sign on you that's for peace, you know. All we're saying is if you think you can do better, you top it. Stop asking us, do you think it's going to work? You know, do something yourself.
Your little daughter is very much involved in the peace movement. Do you think that more children should?
Yes, I hope so, yes.
How should it be accomplished?
Well, we're not here to preach. This is our way of saying we're with you, you know, to the young generation.
I'm that dreadful Neanderthal fascist. How do you do?
That's a nice introduction. Do you like to sit on the edge of the bed here?
Well, I want to have something hard, for instance. This is too seductive.
Can you get a chair?
Yeah, there's a chair.
Well, I like...
Yeah, well, we're those famous freaks.
Yeah, you know.
Part of the game.
So far you've been confronted mainly with admirers, and I may wind up to be one. You never can tell.
We've had all sorts in here, believe me.
I'm sure you have. One of the things that interested me was the method you've chosen. This is to inspire peace, clearly. Yeah.
We're trying to sell it like soap, you know, and the only way to sell is to focus attention and sell every day.
Well, you feel that being in bed compels more attention than if you were sitting on a chair.
Yes, and it makes it easier for us because we talk 10 hours a day, and it's functional for us to be lying down.
Being in bed is one thing, but you could go further. You could shower together.
Yes,
we just did it. Actually, I did it alone.
Well, now, ask me this. Now, when you have someone seated here who is beginning to get the message, and suddenly, you know, you feel the call of nature or something like that, as you're bound to. Do you abandon the guy, break up the mood, or can he go with you?
If he wants to, I suppose. Nobody's ever asked.
I see. All right, I just wondered whether, you know, people were, whether you wanted to risk.
The message is that they got to think for themselves and do it themselves, you know, so they should go and pee themselves.
All right, now, let's say that some other couple wanted, inspired by what you're doing, lying in bed for peace, wanted to carry this theme on. Now, clearly, they could lie in bed. I mean, beat limitations aren't really as hot as they used to be. But let's say they wanted to carry this thing on. Let's say they want to carry. What is the next step they do for peace?
We don't know the next step till we get to it, you know.
No, but let's say an even more committed couple than you.
Yes.
Even more willing to
It's up to them to think of it. We're giving
but this is the way to do it.
People.
Yeah.
This is a way.
Yes.
This is a way, yes.
And we're just wishing that the next
way.
generation is much wiser than us, and they'll think a wiser scheme, you know, than us.
Now here, I read something that you said that you were very shy people in the
Yes,
globe.
we are, sir.
And yet, these are...
Does that prove you're not shy?
Certainly not.
You
Only
think
the
you have to?
shyest people in the world would take pictures like
Well,
this.
do shy
Really,
people, are they
No.
do they ever become naked or not? Do you
well,
think that people that are shy
am I
have to wrap
quarreling
themselves
with
up
your
in
description of yourselves? If
Would you
that
consider
isn't
yourself
a
shy?
picture of two shy people,
Okay,
I'd
would
like
you
to know
consider
what shyness
yourself
is. Oh, what filth.
Do you think that's Phil?
Certainly not. I'm denouncing people who think it is.
Thank you.
I think that everybody owes it to the world to prove they have pubic hair. And you've done it. You've done it, and I tell you that I applaud you for it.
I mean, if you want to prove it, you can prove it, though.
Why don't you prove it now?
I don't feel that there's any great interest in it. Clearly, you must have felt the world wanted to know what your private parts looked like, and now
Even
the
give it a
world
pause.
knows. And I tell you, that's one of the greatest contributions to enlightenment and culture of our time.
I'm
And
glad you've noticed.
I want to thank. I want to tell you, it's hard not to notice. There were a couple of other things that they told me you'd written this. Yes, I have. I think. See, I don't know much about you people, and I have come all the way from Boston to interview you, and I think I owe it to you to know something about you, don't you? Don't you think I owe